Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. Life is very unpredictable right now. It is hard to plan and expect things to go as smooth as possible. There's so many bumps in the road for everyone, including myself. I am having a very difficult time dealing with change, and it is exhausting on my body and on my mind. I am trying to come up with solutions to just adapt to change, but change is hard for anyone, and especially because I have autism OCD. I'm trying to really find a way to not get upset when things happen. I need to really stay calm, and I can't beat myself up on little things. It is very important to realize that you can't plan things a week in advance. You can't plan things 3 days in advance. It is literally second by second. And I think if you plan like a couple days in advance, that's better than a whole week in advance. I am making a habit starting today, which is Tuesday, November 24th, 2020, and I am going to, this is a big deal. I'm going to make this a habit, but I am going to make plans 2 days in advance. And that's pretty big on what I'm used to. I'm used to planning a week in advance. And now I'm going to let my providers know my plan 2 days in advance and not text them for the whole week. I am going to write things down in my notebook when I'm feeling stressed out. I'm going to continue making my videos on YouTube for you guys and for myself. And I'm going to be more spontaneous and really listen to people around me and be empathetic and be respectful, because I really want to look forward to things, but if I look forward to things too often, then I'm going to freak out and have a meltdown, and if things get canceled or things last minute change. So 2 days in advance is my new OCD planning period for anything I do, and for the most part I'll plan with friends a week in advance, but if it's like really spontaneous, I can do 2 days in advance and I'll be totally fine with that. And I think that's a good way for my body to teach me that it's okay to change. It's okay to plan what I'm going to be doing with these people 2 days in advance. They don't need to know in a week. And the weather might change, and I might want to do something else, or how I feel might change too. And it's going to be a lot of patience for my body to realize that I can't always get what I want. I need to build up some stamina and build up some endurance in my mind to really come across as, okay, I'm working with my providers Tuesday and Wednesdays and Saturdays, so why not? For my Saturday provider, that's different because we have to plan because I don't see her every week. But with my Tuesday and Wednesday provider, I think I'm going to literally text them or email them a couple days before we work together. And it's a good thing because I can't rely on my attitude and my emotions. I don't want to really be set in stone a week in advance. It's okay for things to let up a little bit and for my mind to not be in charge of my OCD. It's been a problem forever, and I'm excited for things to happen like that. And of course, I have therapy every other Wednesday at 9 a.m. So that is consistent. My providers are consistent. My homework is consistent until I'm off break. And my friends are consistent too when it's like spontaneous, or if we plan it 2 weeks in advance, a week in advance, 2 days in advance, 1 day in advance, even 3 hours in advance. It's when I meet up with friends sometimes. I have nothing to do on the weekends. But I want to be more spontaneous and not plan for things. It's really exhausting on my mind. And if I'm used to just like, okay, let's just text or like touch base when things arrive just a couple days in advance, that's going to be a lot more better on my mind than to plan things in advance. And I want to treat my OCD, and this might be a good helpful tip for me to do, is just, okay, let's just calm down, take a break, clear my mind, because I do struggle with my emotions and my anxiety levels. I worry a lot too, and just in the times that we are in right now, it's very unstable and very unpredictable. So I really want to make this a habit, and it's going to be great for myself to let go of my OCD thoughts and my patterns. And I can't tell you how badly I need this. And life is really unpredictable. It is hard for families to come together too. It's the holiday season. My sister's not going to be here for Thanksgiving. We're not going to Arizona in December next month to my grandparents' vacation house in Cave Creek, Arizona. This whole year is off. And I want my therapist to know that if I have to say one thing to her right now is just be patient with me. I am trying my hardest to work with people, and I realize that I can't rely on everyone, especially my providers, especially my parents. Like, I need to really rely on myself and become more confident, because I realized that my parents, my providers would go in a second. Like, they can pass away, something can happen to them, and we can't control that. So I definitely need to prepare and really remember who I am. I am glad that I have support when it comes to my providers and my family, my parents, friends too, but it's a weird transition to really be independent and not rely on people for every little thing. And every little thing is like every little thing, like when it comes to living and stuff. I am in control of my schedule, my plans, my money, where I go, who I see, my food and stuff. Like, I'm in charge of a lot of the stuff I do in my life, but when it comes to emotions and stuff, I still need help with that. But hopefully, my providers can give me patience to learn that skill, because I rely on them more than I should have right now. But again, I am sad, depressed, and lonely, so I need that support right now. And then hopefully, in a few months, I will not need them as much as I do right now, and I won't depend on them for things that I know how to do, but I just need some extra help with. It's okay to ask for help when you desperately need it, which I'm doing right now, but I don't want to be overboard, and I don't want to, like, oh yeah, I work with you, and I want you to help me with this and this and this. I am becoming independent at my own pace, and I am really grateful that I have disability, so I can receive help through the state, through my providers. I'm really grateful I have support, but I need to remember I'm my own person, and I need to sometimes remember, if I was alone, what would I do without my providers? They're not going to be here forever. But I know I should have that support. So it's just a balancing act of how do I want to come up with this idea of practicing to be more independent and gain confidence. Because confidence is a big thing that I kind of suffer, and I want to be brave again. I want to feel like I'm powerful and I can stand up for myself. I'm really good at advocating for myself and talking when people listen to me. But again, comprehension and understanding things from different perspectives is still hard for me sometimes. But I'm grateful for this journey, and hopefully my OCD will calm down because it's spiked up high right now with everything happening. And it's like a pinball machine is going through my head right now. And I still will receive help when it comes to emotional help with my providers and my therapist and my family, and how I understand the planet around me. It is challenging to not understand why I act the way I do or my reactions to things. But I did talk to my provider, Sarah, today a lot about emotions and self-regulation and OCD thoughts, and we went deep because I knew that it's hard to really talk to my therapist about that stuff when she just validates my feelings and gives me strategies. Like, she's helpful, but my providers are helpful too. I just need to find the right support team and extra resources. So that is my video. I hope people can relate to me, and I just want to really feel that life is still a blessing, even if life is very unpredictable. I am very structured when it comes to OCD and routine and plans, and I don't want to be ticked off when things change. I want to accept people who they are with mixing plans up and understanding a ADHD brain or ADD brain. I want to understand that brain too, so I can work well and mesh with the people I work with. Because sometimes I want to understand how they work and operate, because me being OCD and autism, like, because I am diagnosed with autism, and for some people having ADHD and ADD, I'm very like, okay, it's a brain disorder too. So I need to put that into consideration to really remember that their brain is not like mine, but I still need to just like give them a break. Give me a break. I can't be all stressed out. So I'm excited to learn more about all of this on Google and YouTube and really go deep in everything I want to learn about. And life is very unpredictable, and I learned that this year with Jenny when I was witnessing the Corgi car accident. I witnessed life being unpredictable, and that was the most unpredictable thing ever, and it was very traumatizing on me too. And it was just a second, and then the dog was passed out. And I had to work through those feelings by myself. I had Jenny there for a little of my grieving process, but that has taught me a lot. And even traveling and someone's health can really jeopardize on plans and changes. So I just want to really adapt on change, because life is changing all the time. My provider, Jenny, says that to me all the time too. Like, you can't plan for things because things can come up. And she is a generation older than me too, and she's a mom, so her mindset is very strong when it comes to that. So I need to listen, and I'm only 24 years old, so like I don't really have that much experience when it comes to that. But I really need to have people on the same page with me, but give them a break. I want to just have a routine with people I work with and be in contact with them when I absolutely need to. And right now, it's a little bit more than often because I just need that help. But I know my emotions is what I struggle with all the time. And I'm just grateful that I'm physically well. I know common sense. I'm healthy, and just to take one step at a time. Baby steps is how you grow and learn. And I am going through a big breakthrough through learning about myself still. I'm just cracking that bridge of like, I'm almost there of understanding myself. So close. So that is where I am. And I hope you like this video. And if any of you guys can relate to me about any of the stuff I said, thank you for understanding and thank you for listening to my video today, because it is very important that people realize that life is really unpredictable. Even if you plan it or if you don't plan it, anything can happen, and we can't be in charge or in control of every little situation we're in. So that is my little spiel of today, my little rant of how I'm feeling, and life is unpredictable. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.